Welcome to episode 4 of the Free Speech podcast. I'm Darius Davies. I'm here with still a potential candidate for Glasgow Pollock, Mr. Leo Kearse.
Hello, I can count to 4.
And I'm here with the man of the hour, the man with the power. Yes. Too much charisma to be sour. The Bajan sensation, Nico Yearwood.
Yes, hello everyone.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's the energy you bring into the occasion. And of course, behind the camera, running the joint, it's none other than Mooch.
You're right, boys and girls.
Well, there you go. So
and,
we're
gender queer non-binary.
Right, theys and thems.
ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, that doesn't work. Nico, Leo, what have we got on for today to chat about?
So today we're going to be talking about funniest April Fools. We're going to be talking about the racial inequality report that was just published by the government. The Tyson Fury going from fat to totally ripped. There's a Met police officer has been prosecuted for being being a member of a Nazi organization. And we're going to be looking at the fittest presidents' wives. And also, if we've got time, we're going to be looking at a bit of comedy by a guy called Josh Berry. He did a quite funny bit of comedy, put it online, and everybody started slamming him because he's making fun of the Bristol protesters.
Well, exciting things
What
ahead.
an epic episode we have coming up.
Lots of good stuff.
That's the good stuff.
Should we start off with the April Fools? Because you actually did a funny April Fools.
I did. I used to work for Beck's Beer a long time ago. I was in control of their social media and their websites. And yeah, they did. They gave me too much power. And
this must have been the early days of the internet.
It was pretty early.
Nobody really understood what it was.
They didn't know what they had at the time.
They let you have free reign.
They did.
Sorry, so let me get this straight. Beck's
Beer
gave you
yeah
access to their social media.
I created their social media. I created Beck's Beer's social media, and
How long ago was this?
This was like 2009, 10 at the time.
Okay.
So it's a long time ago. The reason I lost that job.
So you created the job for yourself.
I got the way they were looking for. So they did a Europe-wide competition. They were looking for someone. Then you had to submit some writing. So I thought, let me get this job. So I sat down, I wrote something, and I got the job.
2009.
Yeah, about 2009 or 10.
What was the app then? MySpace?
It was like Facebook and Twitter and stuff.
Twitter,
Okay.
yeah, Twitter was around then.
Okay, cool.
In fact, Twitter had just started, and I remember thinking, well, this is fucking useless. And usually, whenever I think that, it goes
This
on.
won't catch on.
Yeah, I thought this is just... So every time I've ever thought that, it's gone on to great things. I did a gig one time with Josh Widdicombe, and he died so bad I was ashamed to be next to him. I thought, this guy...
He's got no future.
It was downstairs at the King's Head, and I remember thinking, don't stand next to me, you're pathetic. I couldn't believe it. I thought, this guy, I was like, I came out of there thinking, man, some people have got no hope. I don't know why they keep on trying. And then because I was working for Beck's, I was working in Amsterdam at the time. I went off to Amsterdam. Next time I came back, he was live at the Apollo. I was like, what the fuck? I couldn't believe it. And my friend was like, sign Beck's up for a Twitter account. I'm like, Twitter? This shit ain't gonna last.
But your Twitter account actually is the Beck's Twitter account. You just sort of changed the name of it, so now it's Darius Davies.
Well,
so you got lots of confused beer fans following you.
But we're probably not allowed. I guess enough time has passed that
How
can
many
be revealed.
followers did you get off of that?
Well, so I actually set up as me. Originally, it was called Beck's Daily Different. You'd write something different every day for the Becks and do their stuff. So I set up the Twitter, and it was my Twitter. Then they said, can you change the name to Beck's Beer? I went, all right then. So then it was Darius Davies tweeting for Beck's Beer. Then they went, we're not going to keep you on. I went, all right, well, they went, can we have the Twitter back? I went, no. I gave them some dummy Twitter thing with me. But yeah, so I had to do an April Fool's Day. So I came up with an April Fool's joke, and I invented Beck's 50, which is a Beck's protein beer. So I said we created a 50-gram worth of protein in the beer. It went viral, and every now and then, if you Google Beck's beer protein beer, it still goes viral. Like every April Fool's Day, it will go viral. So,
but that sounds like protein beer. Sounds like something that would exist.
Well, subsequently, it's then been invented, and I think the company who invented protein beer are doing pretty well.
No way.
So, yeah.
Should you get a
You
cut
should
of
get
that?
a cut of that,
Yeah, you
man.
invented that.
No, I
Royalties.
did invent that, but yeah, sometimes I've had some really good ideas that I could do this. I couldn't be bothered, or and then I've seen it go on to be rich and famous.
Yeah.
Imagine the financial gains.
Hey-oh.
Sorry.
What are the best April Fool's days you guys have seen?
Well, my ex-girlfriend used to do them on. She's got a son, and she used to like do April Fools on her son, like all kinds of stuff, like real like the twits. She did a thing. I mean, she left his old school uniform out on April Fools and convinced him that he was growing. Another time, she like froze his cereal in the freezer. So then, when she gave him his cereal, he was trying to dig his spoon into the milk. I'm trying to think what else she did.
Well, I had a girlfriend one time that had a kid and pretended with a fake DNA test that the kid was mine. Turns out it was mine.
It's still going through court. It's a very elaborate April Fool's. It's got the entire judicial system involved.
Can you remember any like famous brand good April Fool's days?
They all seem to be like the protein beer thing. Like, I can't remember. There have been like Virgin usually do good ones, but probably because of COVID, they've had to cut back and not do one this year.
I didn't have it's not an April Fool's gig, but I had an argument with my mum once, and then just ordered a load of nursing home like brochures, and then just gave them to her, and she saw the funny side.
Poor Mooch's mum.
Poor Mooch's mum.
One time my brother got me good when I was younger. Like, we had a glass door back home. And he just looked to the glass door and just started running. And he just took off running. So obviously I panicked as well and took off running. I hit my fucking foot on the table so hard. And then there was nothing there.
Yeah.
Like, he just like a scare. I was like,
Yeah, my mate walked into our back door, because it was glass, and he was wearing glasses. He just walked smack into it, so hard as well. It full weight right into it, and like just bounced off. It was funny.
He didn't injure himself. When we were kids, we'd do that. We were really bored, so what we would do is if we ever saw any police driving, as soon as we saw them, we'd just run. And the police would just chase you. They didn't know why they were and then they'd stop you like, we got you now. And we're like, okay. And they went, well, what have you done? He went, nothing. Why are you running? We went for fun. So,
That works with cows as well. We used to
Does
go
it?
into the fields.
doesn't
and,
work
like,
with black
Yeah,
people.
I was gonna
though.
say.
That's one I'm not joining in.
I mean, we were small
pass.
kids at the time.
How does it work with cows? What if you
Cows
just
don't-
start running, the cows like chase you, and then go, "What have you been up to? What's naughty?"
Yeah, basically, if you start walking away from like a big group of cows, they'll follow you because they're used to getting like food and stuff from the farmer or whatever. So if you walk away from them, they'll follow you. And if you start walking faster, they'll start walking faster. And then like if you run, they'll run. So you can actually get. And cows trample a lot of people to death. It's like quite a leading cause of death in the countryside. That and falling into silage tanks and stuff. But yeah, if you run, you can get them all running after you. It's like we used to do it for fun, but it was like they'll all be thundering after you. It was like like the Wild West. It's
What's
brilliant
a
fun.
silage tank?
It's like farms are full of just horrible things that can kill you. It's like a big tank full of like
Grain.
effluent. Maybe not the silage, the
Silos.
you got to get the
Sewage.
grain silos, like the thing that killed the guy in Witness. But you get these things. It's like they put the slurry. The slurry,
Slurry.
that's it. So they have all the cow shit basically sits in this tank. So you can't just like put it in the river or
I
whatever.
thought it just goes in a field.
Yeah, but then you got to like, then they spray it on the fields as like fertilizer. That's muck spreading time. That's when you go to the countryside and it totally stinks.
At uni, there was a hall that I wasn't in that was right next to like a cow field,
Yeah.
and all of the students would often go cow tipping.
Can I just ask what prestigious university next to a cow field did you attend?
Newcastle University.
And
Thank
you
you.
You went to
very-
Newcastle?
Yeah.
I went to Newcastle too.
Oh,
No
well, you know
way.
Castle Leazes
Yeah.
or Leazes.
I was in Lisa's Terrace.
I was in Leazes Terrace.
Yeah, right next
Next
to
to the
St.
stadium.
James's, yeah.
Oh,
That's
man.
mad, man.
But
Why
yeah,
are you going to university in England, Nico?
This is like alumni. Oh, wait, Darius is getting racist.
Yeah, I was that's right, Nico. I get racist.
coming over here, taking our
How the
university
fuck
places.
are you coming to an English
What's a
university?
black man doing with an education?
Why are you doing
in
it?
Newcastle of
Yeah,
all
in
places.
Newcastle. What the fuck is going on? How's that work?
I tell this joke that I was looking to places to go study online, right? and I put in like, Southampton or London or whatever, and then I type in Newcastle, clicked on images, and the people in Newcastle were dressed like they were in Barbados. So I said, that must be a very warm and tropical place, and it wasn't.
What's the biggest uni in Barbados? What's the most famous
No,
one?
we got like a Caribbean. It's like a chain. It's called University of the West Indies. So there's one in Trinidad,
University of
one
West
in
England.
Barbados, one in I can't remember, Jamaica. So it's just University of West Indies, and there's a branch
Yui.
and it's branching in every one of them.
Right.
Not every island, but yeah.
What was it like living in Newcastle?
It was great, man. I saw Patrick Kluivert one night in the club.
Who's that?
Ex Barcelona striker.
Is that the pinnacle of your 4 years in Newcastle?
Yeah.
You saw some footballer that I haven't heard of.
Nah, it was a Masters. It was 1 year.
All right.
But in Castle Leazes, there's a field with cows in it, right next to the. You have to walk through this cow field.
Yeah.
So obviously, students hammered would tip cows. But one year, someone brought a cow, and got it into the lift,
Jesus.
but couldn't get it out the lift.
Yeah, they only go in one direction.
They had to
They're
kill
like,
the
it's
cow.
like one of those.
Well, they
had
killed
to
the
kill
cow.
it.
Had to euthanize the cow because
Why?
they couldn't get it out.
Why can't cows walk in two directions?
I don't think the students did.
It's like a bubble car. It's like one of those Messerschmitt bubble cars. It's only
That's
got
an
a
April
forward.
Fool's.
Was it eat?
Poor cow.
I don't think so. I don't
Why
think
not?
so.
Is that because the stress of being in the lift like makes the meat taste better?
I think students just prefer pot noodle.
Yeah.
It's like I have
That's
no idea if the cow was
crazy.
eaten, but I know that they had to euthanize.
Who
the cow.
came and killed it?
I assume a vet or just Gaza with.
Turns out with a fishing rod.
yeah. Roll mort.
Wait a
So
minute.
there's no way of making a cow reverse.
I don't know.
I was lying about that. I don't
There
know if you
has to
can.
be.
That's what I heard as well. So I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
How do you do cow? What's cow tipping? This is all
That's because
countryside stuff.
apparently cows sleep standing up, but I don't know. Do they sleep? I've seen them sitting down.
I've seen
Yeah,
cows
but I
sitting
think
down.
they fall asleep. Sometimes they fall asleep, and then you can just push them over.
Right. I mean, I
and-
guess you can just push a cow over anyway.
Well, I don't know. I think if it's awake, it's probably got it's probably got the same sort of stability as one of those Boston Dynamic robots.
Oh yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean, like they can move about,
Yeah.
but when they're asleep, you can kind of catch them off guard.
Yeah.
I've never like it's got Mooch written all over it
Yeah.
when I'm drunk, but I never actually went cow tipping.
My dad was driving home one night, and there was a deer on the side of the road that had been hit by a car or a truck or something. And so he got out, and it was sort of still warm and stuff. So he cut its leg off and brought it home, and we ate it. We ate roadkill. They're like high quality roadkill.
Oh
It wasn't
my
like,
God,
it
there's
wasn't
the-
like a squashed badger or anything.
There's the roadkill.
Don't try and make it. Don't try and make it sound better.
It's free rate
You ate-
organic.
You ate dead.
Wait. It was.
I don't know. Meat is dead animals.
It was dead when he cut the leg off.
Yeah, it was definitely dead after.
What did he cut the leg off with?
A knife.
Why the fuck's your dad driving around the countryside with a knife?
It's the countryside. Everybody's got guns and knives. My dad's a gunsmith. Everybody drives around with like knives and stuff. That's why you never start.
This is another thing Nico wouldn't do. To get it, Nico?
Yeah.
It's a good joke. Well, don't fucking laugh at him. Fucking mug me off. I have to explain them to Nico because he went to Newcastle, so sometimes.
Which uni you went to?
I went to Newcastle, but this is the
I mean,
roadkill
Darius.
roadkill cook-off.
Roadkill
Roadkill
cook-off. Do they have to go and
But
find
hang
it?
on, Darius, what uni you went to?
University College London.
That's
It's only one of the top 10 unis in the world.
Newcastle is
Are you quite clever?
Yeah.
Newcastle
Like,
is
well,
number
like-
8.
Was number 8. When did you go? Because it's taken a massive nosedive.
Okay, that's when I left.
So this
I
is
was
a
propping it
festival where they have a cooking competition of
Yeah, I
roadkill.
want to see what it looks like before they cook it. That just looks like spaghetti.
There you go.
There we go. There we go.
Like delicious onion soaks up all the flavor.
I wouldn't eat like
A varmint.
raccoon or something, a possum, but I'd eat a deer.
Is deer venison?
Yes,
What does it taste like?
it tastes nice, quite gamey, quite rich.
Alligator.
I've eaten crocodile.
I've eaten rabbit before.
Oh yeah, we used to eat loads of rabbit.
Yeah.
I had
to shoot
pigeon
them.
one time.
Yeah, pigeon. I used to eat loads of pigeon.
I've eaten a scorpion.
Was it in a lollipop?
No, in the bottom of a tequila bottle.
Are you sure that wasn't a worm?
You mean?
Ah, there's a worm as well. And I've eaten a scorpion. I've eaten both.
Right.
You mean the little tail thing.
No, like a scorpion, you know, with
A whole. You mean
Yeah.
a little,
Stinger.
small little one?
yeah, like that
Yeah,
big.
yeah.
I ate it. There's a picture of me actually on
crunch it
Facebook.
up?
Yeah,
It was
Monster.
dead, right?
yeah.
Okay, because that would have been quite cool if you just ate a live one.
Remember we found that octopus.
The blue ringed octopus.
Yeah, we found this. So we were in Australia doing comedy and stuff, and like we went to the beach, and we're just
Allegedly.
walking out. I was like,
No, we were definitely at the beach.
I walked out in the sand, and I saw this like, you know, it's all just sand and stuff under the water. So I saw this like, you know, this big New Zealand mussel shells. So I picked it up, and there's this like little starfish underneath it. And then it like wriggled, and I was like, "Fuck, that's not a starfish, that's an octopus." I said, "Darius, come and have a look at this. Have a look at this. I found an octopus." Darius came over, and it was so cool. It was like this tiny wee thing, but it was like pulsing with blue rings. It was
Pretty
really
cute.
really beautiful and stuff. And it was like it was going over our hands and everything. And
And then you chopped one of its legs off.
no, we didn't. We didn't hurt
Had it for
but
dinner.
We're doing it was too small to eat, but like it was just you know, it was going over our hands and stuff, and then we'd just like let it swim off into the ocean.
You could have had a Netflix documentary.
Yeah. Oh, if I wanted to, do you see that documentary?
Yeah,
a guy
yeah,
like
yeah.
that was just a guy
My-
going through a
my-
midlife crisis.
My
That guy needs to have
octopus
a,
teacher.
he needs to have a serious conversation with his wife.
What was
There's
this
a
documentary?
Netflix documentary.
It's-
This man met an octopus, and he used to go and hang out with it
Like
every
day,
For-
all the time.
for like 200 days.
Yeah, the
And just
octopus-
film it every day.
Octopus is just like, I wish this guy would fuck off. I'm trying to be an octopus here.
They're quite intelligent, aren't they?
Yeah, I like octopuses.
Yeah. Well,
Well, yeah, so this one we found. So we went back to where we were doing comedy, and like the lassies behind the bar, we were like, no way, we found this like octopus, and we were playing with it and stuff. And they were like, we described it, they were like, that's a blue ringed octopus. That's got enough venom in it to kill like 25 men or 50 Dariuses. So that's a dangerous thing. Everything in Australia is like
dangerous,
poisonous,
yeah.
including the women.
The blue ringed octopus. Hey,
yeah,
Hey,
oh yeah,
So wait,
gonna rip it up, me shitter.
Rip it up my shitter, mate. The blue ringed octopus is actually the symbol for Spectre from James Bond. That's how deadly it is.
No way, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, now you know it.
Spectre.
So it killed people. How many bodies it got then?
Fucking loads.
that
And
day, it missed two. It missed two
It's
that
a
day.
Oh,
No, but honestly though, like how deadly is it?
Could have
one
been
of-
another octopus.
It's one of the
statistic.
most deadliest animals in the world. It's got enough
Look it up.
venom. It's this big. It's got enough. Mooch,
Let's
this is
find
your
out.
job.
I'm
Blue-
doing it, dickhead.
Compared to the,
It's got enough venom. It kills you. The way it kills you is it bites you, imperceptible. You don't even feel it.
You can't use that
I-
word again. You used it last
I
week.
know. I just remembered. Imperceptible bite, and you can't feel it, and then it stops your breathing. The only way you can be saved is if it
What's it like to nearly die from the venom? of
you
a
die because you
blue-ringed
can't
octopus?
breathe. It just paralyzes your muscles.
20 people. Yeah, there it is. That's the one.
That's
That's
what
the
we-
one.
See,
That's
what we
the
found.
exact same one.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I remember.
Hello, Mr. Octopus.
And it like kills 20 people.
It kills 20 people.
Well,
Kills
luckily.
20 humans. It says here. It doesn't. I don't know. If
Enough
that's
venom to kill 20.
Oh, I think you meant it's killed 20.
Oh no, it's killed
Oh,
thousands.
so it can kill. How many people have died? So it's caused the deaths of at least 3 people, 2 in Australia and 1 in Singapore.
That's crazy. Like if you picked her up, you're probably paying so much attention to the wiggle of her tentacles and texture of her tiny suckers that you didn't notice the painless nip from her parrot-like beak. Now, 10 minutes later, you notice something strange. Your lips are going numb. Your face, so is your face. You want to yell for help, but
Is
you
this
can't.
the vaccine or the octopus? What are you reading?
This is the comedy. This and your stomach feels oh so gross right in front of everyone. So you didn't feel anything, or you think because you were treating it with love, this nature's beast decided
We're
to
immune.
you're immune.
I mean, it was definitely pissed because it started flashing blue.
Oh
It
yeah, it
just-
started. You know, that's when we sort of it went off. It had sort of 2 tentacles in front of it. And went, drrrr. But like yeah, we sort of let it go when it was flashing a lot.
Wise move. Have you seen octopuses can just basically get through any tiny hole? Like
Yeah.
I saw a video of an octopus getting through like a hole the size of a tennis ball on
Yeah.
a ship, and they will just
I've seen that.
morph their body
Yeah.
through the whole
We
thing.
went to see one. I can't remember if it's zoo or whatever it was, but we saw one, and the guy there told us that the octopus was so smart. He would wait till the lights were out, go into the tank, the fish tank, steal their food, and come back when the lights are on and act like he was sleeping and shit.
Yeah,
you-
they
And they
only
can
live
do
for, like-
camouflage as well.
Yeah, it's
Like
mad.
they take out all the things and just pretend to be like a shell and
Yeah.
shit.
And we wonder why there's no aliens. Aliens are amongst us. They're just fucking octopus, man.
Yeah.
Or octopi.
Well, there's so much weird stuff in nature. It makes you sort of wonder, like, if aliens come, like, how much weirder can they get?
Yeah. Instead
than
of
like
just being
octopuses or like hummingbirds or like bats.
or Jar Jar Binks. No.
What's weird about a hummingbird?
It beats its wings really fast and only eats
It can. It's
glucose.
the only bird that can do stationary flight.
And it can go backwards as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Most birds can't go backwards, so it could get out of a lift.
What's the next topic, guys? Keep
The
it
next
rolling.
topic is so the racial inequality report was released. So this was commissioned after all the Black Lives Matter stuff. The government commissioned this racial inequality report, and it concluded that there's no structural sort of systemic issue with race. But other issues are more. I mean, not that there's no issue, but it's not. It's not basically not.
So the main
much of an
findings
issue.
were children from ethnic minority communities did as well or better than white pupils in compulsory education, with Black Caribbean pupils being the only group to perform less well.
What?
We got
I went to Newcastle Uni.
did a masters.
Yeah.
Got a cow out of
Masters
a
with merit as well.
With
What
merit.
was it? What was it?
Yeah.
in?
Financial analysis.
Oh my god, financial analysis. That
Yes.
sounds difficult.
Well,
That's
wait a
heavy
minute.
shit.
So you
You're
do
bucking.
Bitcoin and stuff and trading, Nico.
You're
I don't
bucking the
understand that.
statistics.
Well, what does your fucking Newcastle financial analysis do?
I got an Indian guy to do all the work for me.
did a master's-
Shout out to Abhijit.
Did a
Oh,
master.
you're not even
Is
joking.
it real?
Yeah, it's a real degree, man.
Man.
The success in education has transformed British society over the last 50 years into one offering far greater opportunities for all. The pay gap between the ethnic minorities and the white majority population has shrunk to 2.3% overall and was barely significant for employees under 30. Diversity has increased in professions such as law and medicine, but some communities continue to be haunted by historic racism, which is creating deep mistrust and could be a barrier to success.
Yeah.
Nico?
Yo,
That's racist.
Yeah.
I'm the racism correspondent.
Yes. What's your opinion on this? And we will all agree.
I didn't read through the whole thing, but I mean, there are obviously some stuff they can work on, and then there's obviously some stuff that is doing well, but I haven't read through it, so I don't.
I don't
yeah,
think
but-
half the people who are complaining or moaning or arguing about this have read through it. I think everyone is using this
But yeah.
as no one's going to come out as a winner for this. People are just going to use this to prove or disprove whatever they thought before.
Yeah, everybody ain't gonna pick it apart and to use it to suit their narrative. But obviously, as I said, yeah, there's things that could be worked on and improved and stuff like that. And you still get stuff where like my wife, she works in recruitment, and that stuff where you get you can have the same two CVs and whatnot, and the person with a more English sounding name will
Yeah.
get more
Right, yeah.
opportunities or chances or whatnot. That does still happen. Or you do get companies saying, they wouldn't say we want a white person or a white blonde person. Sometimes they would say, they would give the recruitment company something coded like, we want someone who is quintessentially British.
David Lammy.
Yeah, like the Lammy lady. You're someone English. You know what I mean?
Essentially.
Yeah, they would use
But then,
words like that.
I
And
wouldn't
stuff.
get that job either. You know what I mean? I remember
So-
going for jobs with banks and stuff, and they were like, "No, we want an English person."
We want someone like Darius Davies to run
Yeah.
our social media.
But yeah, no, it's interesting. In the public sector,
they
they
do
now
stuff like that.
in public sector they now anonymize all the CVs, so you can't see the person's name and age and all that kind of stuff to try and remove any sort of bias. But my girlfriend, she's mixed race. And she was updating her LinkedIn profile because she's thinking about getting a job in the private sector. She works she's a civil servant at the moment, and she was asking me which picture do I look the most ethnic in. So that sort of shows she's not trying to make it hard for herself. She wants to look the most ethnic, so she's got the most chance of getting picked. So it's almost like it's reversed a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, look, racism isn't over,
Yeah.
but things are getting better.
Imagine how bad the government feel though right now. They've just got this report. It's like not racist. Like fucking yes, not racist. Put this motherfucker out. People could be delighted with us, and then everyone's like, nah, you're fucking racist. But it says I'm not racist. What more can I do?
Yeah, but there's a whole industry built on, there's all these people delivering, this unconscious bias training and all this sort of bullshit. So that's built on the fact that Britain's a horribly racist, divisive place. So if a report comes out that says, no, actually it's not racist, we don't need to do this training, everybody's going to be like kicking up, be like, wait a minute, I make 120 grand telling people about racism. You can't like tell me there's no racism.
Well, Mooch said it the best. Absolutely no one's read the report. Anyone on Twitter online going, "Oh, this bullshit." They've not read the report. No one's read any. No one ever reads these reports, right?
I read it.
You're lying.
No one reads anything online these days.
Trying to get people to read topics for this podcast.
It's like tweets now come with before you retweet now they go, would you like to read this before? Would you like to read this before you retweet it? I'm like, nah, the headline is good enough for me, buddy. Let's rock on.
I've already got a perfectly good opinion on this, and I don't want to change.
I don't need to delve into this any deeper.
The inflammatory headline is good enough.
And on the subject of the...
Hey, did you see that one with the crazy one? With the people in the body bags and people saying these are actors for the coronavirus vaccine.
They're smoking.
Somebody
was smoking. Apparently that's from a
music
rap
video.
Yeah,
a rap music
But
video.
why don't they just do like props for that? For their fake bodies?
What, get actual real dead bodies?
Well, what, you think in zombie films they use real dead bodies? They
No, I think
obviously got mannequins.
They use
and
an
stuff.
actor.
They use mannequins and shit.
Yeah, but like, a mannequin's not going to look right. They've got, like, you know, for a start, they're posing like this and they're wearing jeans.
Well, I'll
from
tell you what
Topshop.
doesn't look right for a dead person. One who's smoking. That doesn't look right.
But they're not filmed.
But yeah, he wasn't ready yet. They would have said action and then
between.
he would have put out the cigarette, I reckon.
You'd hope.
I know he's Russian. He might keep it on.
About 2,000 people retweeted that saying, look, it's Corona. It's,
Yeah, Darius was one.
Corona.
I didn't retweet it. I tweeted it.
100% you retweeted it.
I retweeted it and said, but where is this
passports.
from? Listen, this is what, Mooch, let me ask you a question, Mooch. I've eaten a scorpion.
Was it in a lollipop?
No, in the bottom of a tequila bottle.
Are you sure it wasn't a worm?
You mean...
Oh, it was a worm as well. And I've eaten a scorpion. I've eaten both.
Right.
You mean the little tail thing?
No, like a scorpion, you know, with
A whole... You mean
Yeah,
the
stinger.
small little one?
Yeah, like that big.
yeah.
I ate it. There's a picture of me actually
You
on
crunch
Facebook.
it up?
Yeah.
It was dead, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because that would have been quite cool if you just ate a live one.
Remember we found that octopus?
The blue ringed octopus.
Yeah, we found this. So we were in Australia doing comedy and stuff, and like we went to the beach, and we're just like,
Allegedly.
walking out. I was like,
No, we were definitely at the beach.
I walked out in the sand, and I saw this like, you know, it's all just sand and stuff under the water. So I saw this like, you know, the big New Zealand mussel shells. So I picked it up, and there's this like little starfish underneath it. And then it like wriggled, and I was like, "Fuck, that's not a starfish, that's an octopus." I said, "Darius, come and have a look at this. Have a look at this. I found an octopus." Darius came over, and it was so cool. It was like this tiny wee thing, but it was like pulsing with blue rings. It was
Pretty
really
cute.
really beautiful and stuff. And it was like it was going over our hands and everything.
And then you chopped one of its legs
and
off.
No, we didn't. We didn't hurt
Had it for
but
dinner.
It was too small to eat. But like it was just, you know, it was going over our hands and stuff, and then we'd just like let it swim off into the ocean.
You could have had a Netflix documentary.
Yeah. Oh, if I wanted to, do you see that documentary?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that was just a guy going through a midlife crisis.
My
That guy needs to have
octopus teacher.
he needs to have a serious conversation with his wife.
What was
There's
this
a
documentary?
Netflix documentary.
It's-
This man met an octopus, and he used to go and hang out with it
Like
every
day, all the time.
for like 200 days.
Yeah, the
and just
octopus-
film it every day.
Octopus is just like, I wish this guy would fuck off. I'm trying to be an octopus here.
They're
I
quite
like-
intelligent, aren't they?
Yeah, I like octopuses.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so this one we found. So we went back to where we were doing comedy, and like the lassies behind the bar, we were like, no way, we found this like octopus, and we were playing with it and stuff. And they were like, we described it, they're like, that's a blue ringed octopus. That's got enough venom in it to kill like 25 men or 50 Dariuses. So that's a dangerous thing. Everything in Australia is like
dangerous,
poisonous,
yeah.
including the women.
The blue ringed octopus. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
So wait,
Gonna rip it up, me shitter.
Rip it up my shitter, mate. The blue ringed octopus is actually the symbol for Spectre from James Bond. That's how deadly it is.
No way, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, now you know it.
Spectre.
So it killed people. How many bodies it got then?
Fucking loads.
that
And
day, it missed two. It missed two
It's
that
a
day.
boy-
No, but honestly though, like how deadly is it?
Could have
one
been
of-
another octopus
It's
statistic.
one of the most deadliest animals in the world. It's got enough
Look it up.
venom. It's this big. It's got enough. Mooch,
Let's
this is
find
your
out.
job.
I'm
Compared
doing
to-
it, dickhead.
Compared to the,
It's got enough venom. It kills you. The way it kills you is it bites you, imperceptible. You don't even feel it.
You can't use that
And-
word again. You used it last
I
week.
know. I just remembered. Imperceptible bite, and you can't feel it, and then it stops your breathing. The only way you can be saved is if it
What's it like to nearly die from the venom of
You
a
die because you
blue-ringed
can't
octopus?
breathe. It just paralyzes your muscles.
20 people. Yeah, there it is. That's the one.
That's
That's
what
the
we-
one.
See, that's
what we
the
found.
exact same one.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I remember.
Hello, Mr. Octopus.
And it like kills 20 people.
It kills 20 people.
Well,
Kills
luckily.
20 humans. It says here. It doesn't. I don't know. If
Enough
that's
venom to kill 20.
Oh, I think you meant it's
Okay.
killed 20.
Oh no, it's killed
Oh,
thousands.
so it can kill. How many people have died? So it's caused the deaths of at least 3 people, 2 in Australia and 1 in Singapore.
That's crazy. Like if you picked her up, you're probably paying so much attention to the wiggle of her tentacles and texture of her tiny suckers that you didn't notice the painless nip from her parrot-like beak. Now, 10 minutes later, you notice something strange. Your lips are going numb. Your face, so is your face. You want to yell for help, but
Is
you
this
can't.
the vaccine or the octopus? What are you reading?
This is the comedy. This and your stomach feels oh so gross right in front of everyone. So you didn't feel anything, or you think because you were treating it with love, this nature's beast
Well,
decided
We're
to.
immune.
You're immune.
I mean, it was definitely pissed because it started flashing blue.
Oh
It
yeah, it
just-
started. You know, that's when we sort of it went off. It had sort of 2 tentacles in front of it. And went, drrrr. But like yeah, we sort of let it go when it was flashing a lot.
Wise move. Have you seen octopuses can just basically get through any tiny hole? Like
Yeah.
I saw a video of an octopus getting through like a hole the size of a tennis ball on
Yeah.
a ship, and they will just
I've seen that.
morph their body
Yeah,
through the whole
We
thing.
went to see one. I can't remember if it's zoo or whatever it was, but we saw one, and the guy there told us that the octopus was so smart he would wait till the lights were out, go into the tank, the fish tank, steal their food, and come back when the lights are on and act like he was sleeping and shit.
Yeah,
And they
only
can
live
do
for, like-
camouflage as well.
Yeah, it's
Like
mad.
they take out all the things and just pretend to be like a shell and
Yeah.
shit.
And we wonder why there's no aliens. Aliens are amongst us. They're just fucking octopus, man.
Yeah.
Or octopi.
Legitimately, if
Put
you
a
rea-
shirt on.
If you really, if you really want to lose weight, you gotta just cut your calories, but do it properly. Just cut them by 150 a day, a week, and then just monitor it. But if you want to do it quick, you just take steroids. Or take clenbuterol. Clenbuterol is the steroid you want to get if you want to get.
Is it a
lean.
steroid?
Well, it's not a steroid, but you will get banned by the IOC. So
Okay.
So who is Tyson? He fighting someone soon?
Yeah,
he's
he's fighting,
Anthony Joshua.
Anthony Joshua.
But
Is
if-
it going ahead for sure?
A step closer to it. I don't know if it's happening.
Okay.
But if you're a boxer, he can't take clenbuterol. Can
Well, he's actually been accused of taking steroids,
Oh,
and
really?
he said it got it from contaminated boar meat, He said- which is like the most suspicious. Like I don't know, but I mean, he doesn't look like he takes steroids, but sometimes you can take steroids and you still don't look like you take steroids.
Yeah,
So
like
like
you.
yeah, like me, yeah. He might, if he's taking anything, he might be taking.
Well, I mean, like you look at the cyclists; they were all taking
Yeah, well-
performance enhancing
Well, they were
drugs.
like Chelsea. Actually, you're a
EPO and
Chelsea
stuff.
fan. You did. All Chelsea were known to do that. They almost got banned because they used
When
to.
was this?
This isn't very long ago. They used to blood clean your players, so they'd take your
Yeah,
players.
just a good scrub of the blood.
They'd
What's
take
wrong
the-
with that? It's
they'd
just
take
personal
the players-
hygiene, mate.
What would they do?
They'd take Chelsea players, and then they went, "Oh, we didn't know this. We didn't know this was illegal, right?" They'd
We're
get them
also-
after
What
the
were they
match.
doing?
So after the match, they'd hit them up with the blood, take out a few pints of their blood, put it through an oxygen thing, and then put the blood back into them. So they'd reoxygenate their blood. So they'd be like increase their
Fresh,
recovery
yeah,
time.
yeah.
and
Couldn't they
stuff.
just breathe?
No, but this just
But this
increases
is-
the
yeah,
recovery
yeah.
time.
Right.
Cleans that out a bit more.
And then the Chelsea when they got caught, they went, "What? Ah, how were we meant to know blood cleaning was illegal? We didn't know this."
I didn't know blood cleaning was a thing till just now. So
How long
yeah,
ago was this scandal, Darius?
Not that long ago. In recent times.
it's so
Like 2 years ago?
maybe about 5 years ago.
And it's just putting oxygen back into the blood because that
Well,
seems like
it's putting blood. Well, that's what they said, but it's like putting oxygen, minerals, and like
it's like fresh oil in
and
your car.
testosterone and
Yeah, because
Bore meat.
well, one of the drugs, the EPO thing that they give that cyclists were taking, it means you produce way more red blood cells. So then your blood can carry more oxygen, but you can also get the same effect by training at altitude. But obviously, training at altitude is expensive because you got to fly your team to some mountain resort and train there, and so that's it's difficult. So this basically the drug is just doing it for cheap. So it's almost creating a level playing field.
They should let everybody take drugs in sports.
100%.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
I think the UFC
Be so
did
exciting.
for the first 10 years, didn't they? It was just a steroids fest.
But it's like when baseball had that home run thing. with Mark McGuire,
Yeah.
Sammy Sosa, and Jose
Did you watch
Canseco
that
and whatnot.
documentary? There was a documentary on basically the Miami doctors who were behind the whole.
What, the
doping.
baseball one?
Yeah, they were everything: baseball, basketball, all
Cycling,
professional
yeah.
sports. They were doing, and it got really dark when they were doing it to kids who were trying to get into.
Jeez.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
old?
Like college, sort of kids trying to get into.
So
college.
it wasn't like the start of puberty
Not
blockers
11.
on
No,
3-year-olds.
No.
He mean like
no,
college,
illegal
like
stuff.
16, 18-year-olds.
Yeah, yeah.
But in baseball, the league knew about it, but
Right.
it was so exciting. They never, they had people going for 60 home runs and just launching it, and they let it slide because it was good for ratings.
Yeah.
Who's gonna break the new record for
And was it
And
not
it
really
just-
obvious that these guys are on drugs because all of a
Yeah,
sudden
'cause,
they're
like,
whacking all these.
Mark
were
McGuire was like Darius size one season. Then he comes back and he's like a fucking tank. The man's like this shoes and whack. And everybody's like, he's on something, and everyone's like, yeah, he is on something.
we
And they
take
just let it slide,
steroids?
man. It's mad.
The temptation to take steroids is always there.
But what's
But
the
the guy Jose Canseco, he did an interview and he said that I think he snitched. He was the one that told everybody, but he says he took so much testosterone and stuff like that now he came off of it. His body wouldn't produce it naturally,
So he's got to
now
have
he has to take
testosterone
it for the
injected.
rest
Yeah.
of his
And
life.
his testicles will be shriveled.
Yeah. So he's
Did that
gotta
happen
take
to your
it for
testicles when
forever.
you took steroids, Darius?
No, because I wisely. So the steroid store I have, I took stuff called Dianabol. They used to call it the breakfast of champions in Russia, right?
For the women's gymnastics.
Yeah, for the women's gymnastics, and I took it, and I never even, and I regret it because I'd never been to the gym, done anything. I thought, but I'm gonna go to the gym. I got instantly start on steroids, right? So I took Dianabol, but I knew online they give you all they say this is the cycle you should take. A cycle, and you do steroids. You do it usually about 6 to 8 weeks. Then you take 8 weeks off, and when you come off, you have to take PCT, which is post-course therapy, which is post-cycle therapy, which is stuff like an estrogen blocker so you don't grow tits, and something to start your testosterone up again, right? But all the courses and the cycles are obviously they're meant for fucking bodybuilders who weigh like 20 stone. So you get like 8 stone midgets like me taking like a 20 stone bodybuilding steroid cycle, then wondering why he's fucked up. So I did a very small amount, and I did minimal amount, and I honestly my neck was like that. I came back and everyone was like, wow, he's been in the gym. I said, yeah. Then I came off it, and then I went instantly lost a lot of weight. You keep some gains. But I had a friend, and he was doing Dianabol as well, and I didn't know. And I was speaking to him about it sometime. I said, hey, man, and I took at most maybe 4 tablets a day, which is about 80 milligrams. And you have to do this for a week. And I was talking to my friend. I said, I'm in the hospital. I said, why? He goes, I had liver failure.
Jesus.
Because it goes, if you take the tablet, so the reason why people take injections is because it bypasses your liver, goes straight into your blood, and it's actually easier on your body, but you do feel like a drug addict when you're injecting yourself.
Yeah.
So I knew it was fucking up my liver. So I took 4 tablets a day max, and it still mashed up my liver, right? Anyway, this guy, I said, what happened? Because I'm in hospital. He goes, why? Because I did a Dianabol. I was like, shit, how much were you taking? He started off, guess how many tablets he was taking? Now I took 4 at my peak. Guess how many tablets he was taking?
12.
12, and he peaked to 20 tablets a day.
Whoa.
Imagine taking 20 of anything. It's like, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
And then he was like, steroids are bad for you. Yeah, of course, you take 20 of anything, it's bad for you.
But was he muscly?
Yeah, it's fucking huge.
Was his liver
Was he
huge as
really
well?
ripped as well? Like
Man,
shredded?
if you take, listen,
I love it because we're all going, maybe I will. How
Listen,
ripped or shredded he was. Yeah.
don't
Do I
30.
need the liver?
believe the hype. Don't listen to it. Steroids definitely work. They work, and they're fantastic if you know what you're doing and you do them properly. The other problem is a lot of people don't know what they're doing, and the government know people are idiots. Like my friend, they think, if I take more, it's gonna make. But if you take doesn't matter. After it's like you're gonna get so big, the rest aren't doing anything.
Yeah.
So they do work, but you have to be very careful and do
This
this.
is why so many drugs are illegal, like magic mushroom. Magic mushrooms are perfectly benign and harmless, but you know you're going to get somebody going out there picking the wrong ones and then touching an octopus and dying.
To get the shredded look, like say Cristiano Ronaldo, what would you take for that? Would you take the same thing as?
So there's different. So there's basically, so you've got bulking and you've got cutting, right? So bulking, when you see someone, so they've got the size, they've got a mass, then you want to shred up, right? So the clenbuterol will get you lean, but if you want to be lean and hard and still muscular,
And shredded.
then you take something called a really good drug for that. It's like the drug is Winstrol. It's called Winstrol. You take that and you will lean out and you will harden.
Like Hugh Jackman.
Yeah,
for
he's
Wolverine.
only-
Will it like burn your heart out?
No, but what it will do, Winstrol. I mean, it might as well. But what Winstrol does do is that it's got a very short life, right? So they call it like a I don't know what when you inject it, it's only available for so long.
The half-life.
Half-life, right?
yeah.
So it's got a very short half-life. So you have to have if you're on Winstrol, you've got to inject like multiple times a week. So you build up. So it's quite painful to take, and it dries. What it does do is it dries out your joints, and also you get really strong, but your tendons are still weak. So you've got really strong muscles, right?
This is a problem.
And then but because your things are tight and you're probably not trained enough to it, you get a lot of bicep injuries, snapping tendons and stuff.
Yeah.
But,
Because our friend Justin Panks, do you know Justin?
Yeah,
He does comedy, but so he works out a lot and doesn't take steroids or anything, but he snapped his
neither.
bicep.
I've got a video of this if we want to watch this.
oh, we do want to
Nice.
watch this.
I
Does it
don't know
make
if
the
this
noise
is
as
old
well?
or new.
The
But
worst thing is injecting yourself.
A video of Panks.
no, it's a gentleman who tears his pec.
Ooh, where it goes rolling up into his thing.
Yeah, it's a mad injury. You can see it like, the bicep all pulls back. Difficult one to fix as well.
Yeah,
Happened to a
here we
policeman I
go.
work with. Oh my god, I mean that guy's too muscly anyway.
I don't think that's it. Why are they? It's 3 minutes long. Just show me where it all
just
goes
shows the
wrong.
interesting bit we want to see. One time I saw somebody doing a big squat, a big like weightlifting squat, and they shit themselves through their lycra. I guess they're straining so hard.
I hate
This has
seeing
got to
that.
be
I
it.
saw a
This is
bench
it.
press
This
one.
is
Here,
it.
here
This
it
is
comes,
it.
baby. Here it comes.
Here it comes.
Here it comes, baby.
How much Winstrol are you gonna take?
Now he would be on Deca.
Is that a steroid?
That's for like strength.
Jesus.
Deca Durablon.
I don't see anything.
Yeah.
When's it gonna pop?
Oh no, maybe
We should
that
plan
was
this
it.
before though.
Yep.
That was that was the most disappointing video of all time.
Just
Mooch.
watch some fat guy doing the
Yeah.
Another one.
thing with guys like that. So he's taking steroids and he's really strong. It's like, so what? Now you've just got to spend lots of money on chicken breast, and nobody women are going to look at him and be like, well, that guy obviously just takes steroids and goes to the gym. So it's not a lifestyle they want to be part of unless they like taking steroids.
But
and
he's
going to
not
the
got a
gym.
good he's not got a good steroid body. He was
No.
doing it for strength.
For
and
strength.
stuff.
Yeah, but
he's
what's the
one of them
point?
strong main competition dudes.
But if you do steroids to have a good body and you're ripped and you've got a six pack, obviously we're going, we don't really like it, but they do really like it. They're lying. They fucking love it, but they just say it to make you feel good.
I would like to see what they did for Hugh Jackman. What it gave him.
Well, look, bring
And-
up
and-
Hugh Jackman
and
in
what-
the
what
first
he took.
Wolverine.
This is a pic of the video, you can see it there, and it just goes.
Oh, that's a picture.
Yeah.
Picture.
I don't know if the video's on here, but you want
It's
Hugh
a,
Jack-
it's a
JPEG.
picture of a
UK punch champion Nico Yearwood.
bring up Wolverine. It's first thing.
Yeah,
You can
put Hugh Jackman transformation or something like
you
that.
can see what a real body. I mean, the easy way to tell if someone's on steroids, Nico, is if you look at them and you think they're on steroids, they're on
Yeah, yeah,
steroids.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
easy way to tell.
It's like Paulo Costa.
Oh, footballer.
No, the UFC guy.
Oh, you know
like,
who
he
was
gotta
on
be on
steroids?
some
Rob
Overeem.
Lesnar.
Overeem's.
Man, all of them, as Mooch said back in the day, 10 years ago,
And cocaine
all
as
of
well.
them guy was
Apparently
on,
go in the
steroids.
ring on cocaine.
Yeah, make you hyped up.
Yeah.
Let's go,
It does.
motherfucker.
It does make you
We'll
hyped
either
up.
fight or we'll chat.
Let me
But-
tell you about Herbalife.
First time I ever did cocaine.
You can see him here, like in 2000. And
Yeah,
then-
so that's just like a normal person.
Well,
or
it's
someone
pretty
who's
stacked. I mean, it's mad if you go back to the 60s and look
There's
at
one
action
where
heroes.
he's like this though.
If you go back to like the 1960s and look
And
at
then
action
there's that.
heroes,
Yeah.
Jesus.
So that's someone who's been on Rinstrol, Clen.
Jesus.
He's lean, he's
Adamantium.
shredded,
That yeah.
he's cut up. Like
That's the look I want. 2 more weeks.
Well,
Just give me 2 more weeks.
You know, even to get to that though, even if he is on loads of juice, he's still training and eating crazy.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Still.
I looked at me and my flatmate. When we were bored during lockdown, we wanted to buy shotguns, drones, and start doing steroids. We couldn't get a shotgun. We bought a drone, and then we sent off for our bloods to get steroids done. And they were like, "You're actually fine. We can't give you steroids." But
Right.
like, yeah,
What
that's
bloods did you do?
just did a blood test.
why
For-
wouldn't they
for
give
who,
you
though?
steroids?
What?
Why wouldn't they give you steroids?
Because I've got really high testosterone already. It's testosterone replacement therapy, but it was all a bit
So
of
like legitimate steroids.
right. Legitimate. But yeah.
Who you sent your blood to? Just a dude?
No, like there's these companies that will do it. Cool. If you sort of say, look, I'm feeling tired.
I thought you just sent your blood to a random person. Like somebody on the internet is like,
but yeah, that's the other thing. I was like, if we do start taking steroids, we're gonna have to go to the gym, and I'm.
Yeah, I ain't about that.
Oh,
life.
yeah.
I ain't
and
about that.
also,
Like, if you just start taking them, it's not gonna work, is it?
People in films who like look totally stacked, like they look stacked for that scene. You know, everything's building to that scene, and then like so that's the pinnacle, and they it's like a bodybuilding competition where like you have to dehydrate yourself, so then all your veins and everything are popping. It's not like something you can maintain for months. That look.
There's that comedian
it's mad
as well.
if you go back to the 1960s, like the film stars, male film stars weren't like muscly and stuff. You look at Sean Connery in like the James Bond films; he's just got a regular body.
So you're saying.
But then
body
along came the Stallone Schwarzenegger era.
Yeah, and the steroids in the 80s.
But only women suffer from like body consciousness. That's
Kamal Najani.
he's not on steroids. No way, shape, or how.
Yeah.
That is a natural transformation, guys. You can do that. Eat some chicken breast on a George Foreman grill. Now you'll get like that.
Get an
So
air fryer.
is that?
And these are the results.
Who is that guy?
He's funny.
Come on, he's
He's
a
a comedian.
comedian and actor.
Because some comedians got totally shredded, like Carrot Top.
Carrot Top's
Oh
always
yeah,
been
he's on
ripped.
juice
Yeah,
though.
he's juiced.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
juiced up.
definitely, 100%. Carrot juice.
He's on juice, man.
Who else? What other? You know who's?
Chappelle
Do you
got
know-
ripped as well. Chappelle
Yeah,
used
so-
to be skinny and then he came
He was
back.
better when he was. But yeah, for me, Chappelle looked better when he was skinny.
You are funnier when you were skinny.
Who, me or
Wait,
just?
I
No,
think
just
you'll find
everyone,
that
everyone in general.
Fat people are the jolliest of the lot. So.
Yeah, if you hench, you don't. People go,
You
is he
know-
going? But
you
skinny
know-
or
Are
chubby
you saying Joe
people,
Rogan's not funny?
People don't think. I don't know.
You know,
Dave Longley. Dave Longley's funny.
he's funny.
He's
Is
a
he
lot
what?
funnier than like a
Is
lot.
he hench?
Oh, totally.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's.
You know who's surprisingly hench?
Who?
Simon Brodkin.
yeah, but he's small.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He's
but
tiny.
I did a gig with him. I drove him to some gig. And
He was the reason because of my worst gig ever.
Why?
What
This is what we want to hear.
What happened?
My worst gig experience ever. So he this was when he was still doing Lee Nelson,
Yeah.
right? And he was meant. I'm like what, probably 4 years in or something like that. And he was meant to close it, obviously, being the headliner of the show.
Yeah.
But he got offered another gig, and he goes, "Can I go on early? Can I jump on early?" And they put him on right before me.
What gig? What
Fucking-
gig was this?
nightmare.
The guy gets 4 encores. and the gig they had didn't even have an MC. So, you know what I mean? It was just one of them ones that goes, and your next that is. And this man just slaughtered the place and they sent me up there. And show was over, dude. It was so bad,
Oh,
right? I
nightmare.
took off my hat and I had a thermal shirt under. I changed my shirt and I was looking for a window to climb up. It was that bad.
What gig
But
was
then
it?
I just pulled on my hat and just darted for it, man. That was Bearcat.
Right.
Bearcat.
Ah,
This
never-
man killed, and the man was like, "Guys, I gotta leave. I gotta rush to this neck." And they were like, "We want more. We want."
Oh man, yeah.
I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
And I go out there, no one listened. No one cared. I was just
Yeah.
dying, man.
Man, it felt, he
Jesus.
should have been a bit like nicer instead of it, because when acts do that thing of like, sorry, it's been great talking to you, but the next guy wants to come on, so I've got, and they're not, and like, no, you got to go on after somebody sort of throwing you
Nah,
under
but
the
he
bus
was
like
he
that.
was murdering.
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
like,
no,
a
he's good.
different level. And
Was
Dave-
this as his character?
yeah,
as Lee
as
Nelson.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was killing, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
No, that's
good.
impossible to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to follow an after dinner speaker. You know, there's like, I did a charity gig and did this after dinner speaker. There's that different circuit of people who just do old jokes, like totally old stolen jokes and stuff from the 70s. And so he did the same thing. He wanted to open, I think, just to get away early or whatever. So then me and Darren Walsh, and we'd only been going a couple of years, and we both do puns, and we went on after him. And man, he told it was like some charity gig for a rugby club or whatever. So they're just loving all this like stuff from the 70s, all these old Jim Davison jokes and stuff. And like, who's that guy who ate that hamster? Freddie Starr. Like, totally lifted entire, like the Rinder Cellar routine, just lifted entire routines. And man, we had to go on afterwards with our like shit jokes that we wrote ourselves. It was horrible.
Yeah. After dinner speakers, it's the crazy money. It's
Yeah.
crazy, crazy, crazy money. And the people who go to these dinners are there for those speakers.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like playing to someone else's audience.
Yeah.
And they really don't want. It's
And
like
it's-
corporate gigs.
it's
They don't want you there.
Yeah, it's such a weird setup. Some of them, like the sports dinners, where you've got to like sit at a table. There's a table. Like, I did one in Scotland for a football team. Got to sit at a table on the stage and have dinner, like 3 courses, like on the stage eating this dinner. It's just the weirdest thing. And it's like, can't I just turn up, do my 20 minutes and like go?
You
But
must
nah.
eat. you
Normally I
must.
like free food, but like I like just eating it like in the green room and not having to worry about who's looking at me, you know?
We've got a couple more stories. We've got the racist police officer.
Oh yeah.
But I thought we cured racism with the racial
Oh, this was
equality report.
this was years ago.
Yeah, he wasn't racist in 2021.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
So
learned the error of his ways now. Well, you got
So
a whole...
why is he in the news now?
Oh, so basically, this is him. This is him. He was a member of a neo-Nazi organization called the National Action. They're called.
The
I don't know why.
is that NA?
NA, yeah. I don't know why all like neo-Nazi
It's-
organizations.
It's funny because it says he got away with being able to be racist because one of the questions like, "Are you racist?" And he went, "No." I don't know. Fine, fair enough. It's like the US.
Bro, you can
US
read that from there?
Yeah,
That's
I can.
mad.
How bad your eyesight, man?
He's
I
got
can,
you.
I can read it all. Metropolitan Police Officer Ben Hanam has been convicted of
You can read
membership
that
of
from
the
there?
banned
Yeah, I can read
neo-Nazi
that.
group National Action. The deception was as easy as ticking
Yeah, I
a
can read
all
box.
right,
it
you
too.
passed your
All
driving test, Darius.
2020, baby, 2020.
2021.
Actually,
Deceit has become normal. What, in the police? Never.
But
It's like the U.S. Embassy form. It's like,
They
how
also-
are you a member of the Nazi Party? Were you part of genocide? No. Welcome to America.
they also found child porn on his laptop, which always seems to all these Nazis. They always seem to have child porn. It goes hand in hand, and that's National Action, which sounds. I don't know why neo-Nazi organizations always sound like a bank, but that's their flag, a black flag,
How come this guy's got his face blacked out?
because
He's
Not blacked up.
He's not. He's not racist anymore.
maybe
He's
he's
not
an
racist.
undercover one.
Yeah, maybe.
Before we came on air, I said there's no
You know
black
what?
flag doesn't look evil or racist. Like ISIS, that flag.
You know what gets me
Pirates.
is that
Pirates.
all these radical organizations, they have like a graphic design person. It's like, hey, we need a logo.
Well, yeah, if we go back to that
Yeah,
flag,
it's crazy.
Mooch, get
There's
that flag up.
somebody in the graphic design department doing all these logos and stuff.
Because what's interesting with this, and I see this a lot in Scotland, like Scottish nationalists, everybody thinks, oh, it's been an SNP, Nicola Sturgeon, it's all fine, they're all woke and stuff. So this is a Celtic cross, this is a sort of Scottish emblem. There's a lot of fascism, ethno-fascism in Scottish nationalists. It's really dangerous. Because, like, if you get racist, if you get neo-Nazis in England, everybody knows that they're bad. And they know that they're bad, you know what I mean? But SNP supporters, nobody's being like, oh, wait a minute, your nationalism is bad because it's directed against the English who are seen as, evil or whatever, the straight white men of countries.
This has
Vote
been a
for
part-
Leo Kearse.
Yeah, party political broadcast by the Reclaim Party on behalf of Glasgow Pollock
Which you're a member of now, basically.
Yeah, nah.
Darius my election agent.
and the election agent.
Yeah, and actually you live in Edinburgh, so before... Is that... So what's this?
This is the ISIS dildo flag,
ISIS dildo flag.
which is a flag I say is not racist. It looks like the ISIS flag, but it's just all sex toys.
Still looks evil though.
Some of those sex toys do look evil, but
To be fair,
all
Nico's
sex
eyes-
toys actually look evil, really, if you think about it.
Not all of the...
All of these ones, they're all spiky or
Well,
ribbed.
that's-
They all look like...
That's because they're on an ISIS flag.
And for Nico can't see their dildos. That just looks like an ISIS flag to Nico.
No, I can see that. I can see that.
I know Nico's got 20/20 vision when it comes to
I
dildos. He's
got,
like,
I got 20/20 vision.
But that's a brave
Period.
flag to build. I mean, if they're annoyed about somebody showing a cartoon of a guy called Muhammad, then they're going to flip out when, like, it's
Well, I
the
think ISIS are
flag.
pretty angry anyway, so I don't. Upsetting them is not tricky. So
What's happened to ISIS? They've gone quiet recently.
Yeah,
Corona.
they had to...
The social distancing.
They got all, like, bombed and stuff.
I thought they came back, didn't they? Or there was a new...
Don't call it a comeback.
They now that everyone's leaving Afghanistan, or when Trump said they were all leaving Afghanistan, they were like, right, we're back.
Move back in. It does sort of spread out like in Africa and stuff now, but in Syria they control the area they control was like bigger than the UK. It's mad. I mean, it was mostly like desert and stuff. It's not like there was much there to look after, but it was huge, the area they controlled.
Yeah, but I don't understand, why was this guy in the news? He did what?
So he was a member of this national action, a neo-Nazi organization, and he joined the police.
Yeah.
He's 22 years old. He was
Young. Really
autistic,
young.
apparently. They said he was attracted to, he liked the look of Nazis. He liked the aesthetics of Nazis.
Well, Hugo
which
Boss. They were designed, they did have the Hugo Boss designed all the Nazi
good
suits.
logos.
Is that the thing that's drawing people into the Nazis? Is the fine tailoring?
Well, I mean, I'm
Sartorial.
not saying that it wasn't that, but it's
Yeah.
you know, it's everything helps. I imagine.
Well, maybe Extinction Rebellion could smarten up a bit, and then maybe they'd get more of these recruits.
Well, I think that
The
brings us
drumming
on.
section is banging though. Extinction Rebellion. They can proper like bang the drums. And
Really?
stuff. Yeah. I was going through Trafalgar Square one day, and it was like I thought it was like carnival atmosphere. I was like, this man was going in on the drums.
They did, but they just put a boat in the middle of Oxford Circus. Do you remember that?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, they today they were like they blockaded attacked the English Bank of England.
With what?
Well, with probably
Soap? Not soap.
Odor.
Yeah. Speaking of people who are getting rinsed, Josh Berry has come under a little bit of flack from comics.
Who is
seen
Josh
this?
Berry?
Josh Berry is a comedian who does sort of characters. Have you seen this this clip that he's done, where he's mocking sort of posh
Bristol protesters.
Bristol, sort of like that Alex from Glastonbury sort of type.
Yeah.
Why go on, my G's? Boy better know, right about now, man has literally just escaped from police custody after single-handedly triggering the dottiest revolt in Briz since the sack of Rome in 410, bruv. Man was actually kept overnight in a cell and thing and tried to dig man's way out from inside the place using a ket spoon, but the capitalist waste men have fortified the walls. Luckily, thanks to man's
You
use
can
of
see the
alpha
laptop
brain,
in his
a pill that helps
glasses.
your brain get
Oh,
well
yeah.
that
That
man
he's
learned about
reading
from
it
Joe
off
Rogan
of.
and thing.
Yeah.
Man was able to use man's innate knowledge of Pirates of the Caribbean and just repeated the phrase parlay until they were forced
That's the
to
thing
let me
about
go.
my sketches.
What about your sketches?
There's no script.
There's
Oh,
no
really?
there's no
Just
Morpheus
freestyling,
style.
You know what I mean? There's no cheating.
You don't
I
cheat.
don't- I
You just
don't-
go in. You don't know what you're gonna say, and then you say it.
No. I put bullet points initially in my brain,
Yeah.
but he's reading off of a laptop.
I think that's what has angered a lot of people.
Yeah.
But no, I generally do. I generally do. I think a lot of the I've seen comments going just like the delivery is what really offended me the most.
Yeah.
But there's comics on here online who are having a go at him because of the target of who he's.
Yeah, they're saying like
Parodying.
comedy shouldn't punch down, and it's like he's taking the piss out of rich white Bristol students. I mean, how is that punching down?
I also think look, you can parody and mock people who, because I think all of us here agree that we want to kill this bill.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We're all on the same side with that.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Out
Yeah.
for the bill.
But but we can still mock people. It doesn't affect how we feel about them or the
Yeah.
cause. It's just comedy. It's how you would mock one of your mates.
Yeah.
You rip him for whatever random shirt or or his speech impediment or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. And this guy, Josh Berry's done stuff making fun of the Tories, and he's done stuff making fun of other people. I was just saying it's ridiculous when all these comedians having a go at him. Comedians are having a go at him for being a comedian.
Well,
For-
comedians are notoriously thin.
So they're saying
Yeah.
he's punching down. That's what they're saying. He punching
they're
down.
saying he's punching down, yeah.
Who is the down though?
The rich Bristol students.
Well,
who are
I think
protesting.
they're saying that not all of the students, not all of the, they're saying, cool, look, you're punching down on the people who are fighting for this cause, and they're kind of
And it's a
missing.
noble cause. That's
Yeah,
what
they
they're
kill the
saying.
bill,
it's
but
a
they're
noble
missing the
cause,
point
yeah.
that he's mocking people who jump on a bandwagon or these sort of socialites,
they're just doing it for Instagram pictures and all the rest of it. Which, you saw that a lot with Black Lives Matter and stuff. People going like, making sure they were like photographed there.
Yeah. And I think it's something that people are emotional about, but it's also, can't people just like, if you like it, laugh at it. If you don't laugh, move on.
Yeah.
It's just a tweet, bruv.
This is the difference between right and left. Like a right-wing person, what if they see something they don't particularly like, they'll just not watch it. Or
Well, I'm left-wing, and I'm I'm not extreme left-wing, but I'm not going to go, oh my God, this is horrendous.
Because you're actually right-wing, Mooch.
Am I?
This is how you find out you're right-wing. If you're left-wing, you'd be like, oh my God, this is awful. Tabitha, we must start a petition.
Yeah.
That ain't true though, because I get racist comments almost weekly on my thing joke. That seasoning joke that I do.
What?
And it's all these crazy right wing people.
No, they're left-wing.
It's because they're like but white people have tasty food, you blah blah blah. so yeah, every week is somebody calling me the N word and blah 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 blah. So yeah.
Is that like do you report it or do you?
What happens though, funny enough, is that it's the same thing that happened with that James Ross comment, possibly. James Ross was saying that why you delete. Yeah, Josh Ross. What is happening is that I get the email with the bad thing in it, but then I go to click and go to the comment, it's not there.
Yeah.
But I would get the
that
email saying, you N-word this, blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. But
So-
YouTube seems to like
If you
block
go,
it.
if you go into YouTube Studio, I think they hold comments for moderation, especially if they've got like obviously racist language and stuff.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you might be able to go in and then because those people, man, they should get kicked off YouTube. Yeah. So
because some of them, I'm like, I got a great response for this. I'm gonna shut this dude down, but then I go there and I can't find it. I don't know where it is. I'm like, shit.
It's even worse that, surely. I mean, like, you wouldn't know about this unless they emailed you. So YouTube is emailing you this hate.
Hey, this dude.
YouTube's like,
call you out, yeah.
YouTube is gaslighting you.
Yeah.
Going like, oh, these people are like actually racist. It's just sending you stuff under the cover of,
yeah, that's ridiculous, man. Because that's a funny bit. It's obviously a joke and stuff. So people are like, for people to be like, no, actually, English food is fucking no. British food is. British food is only good now because it's not British food anymore.
Yeah.
what are you saying?
Fish and chips are quite nice.
Yeah, fish and chips. But you imagine you eat
No, fish and chips is the
every day.
blandest dish you can have. Let's be honest. It's like that goodness gracious me. Do you remember that?
And apparently it was originally Portuguese.
Hold on. Look.
They're taking our fish.
Listen, British food is shit.
Yeah.
But don't try and change your fucking
three-pin
narrative
plug. The
and
three
tell
British
me
pl-
that
three-pin-
fish and chips aren't delicious.
I'm not saying it's not delicious.
I-
I'm saying it's quite a bland
No,
dish.
it's a simple dish.
Yeah, simple.
Yeah.
It's
Simple
bland. It's
as that.
just
Yeah, bland.
fried potatoes, fried fish.
But you can have like spaghetti pomodoro, which is just tomatoes and stuff, but the Italians make it delicious. So sometimes simple can be good.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
can't. You
but
can't. You
we're
can't-
arguing two different points here. I'm not saying it's not good. Look at me. I like fish and chips. What I'm saying is,
'Cause you're a
it's
fat lad.
yeah. What I'm saying is, it's not. It's quite a bland dish. It's not like the most.
Yeah, you gotta put sauce and salt and pepper and vinegar and everything on it.
truffle oil.
Yeah.
And also, if you go back, if you look at things, Chaucer's documents from the 1500s or whatever, man, all they were eating was like boiled pea pudding and stuff. Peas pudding. It's literally like they boil peas or something, and then you have like they get the hair from a dog and they like sieve like clotted milk through it or something, and then eat the hair off the dog. It's like it's all just disgusting, dirty, and worms. It's all just disgusting, dirty stuff.
Putrefied fish.
Yeah.
That's
that's
fucking,
Icelandic or
Yeah, I'm
something.
not saying, but I mean, it's more white people.
Yeah.
That's very white people food. You can't
Wow.
get more white.
Whiter
than-
you go, the more likely they are to ferment puffins in a seal carcass. And,
Apparently, puffin is delicious.
yeah, according to like some mad Icelandic guy who hasn't ever had a pizza.
Well, open your eyes.
Apparently, that fermented shark thing is the most disgusting,
Yeah.
foul-smelling thing,
Yeah.
and foul. The most. It's the way they make
You
it.
can't bring it on planes.
It's
they-
poisonous.
You can't
they-
bring it on planes.
They
got
ferment it in
formaldehyde.
piss. That's how it's made. It's fermented in. They dip it in
Who's
piss.
piss?
I can't remember that. But
Shark
it's
piss.
dipped in. It's a shark thing dipped in urea, and fermented in piss, and it's an Icelandic delicacy, and it's like the most pungent, most disgusting thing of all time.
we got a can of it at my old job, and we went down to St James Park to open it. And man, the smell that came off this, because we were thinking, oh, we're going to try it. We're going to try eating it. The can was already, because it's fermented and stuff, the can was sort of bowing out. And man, we got like a bit in, and it like started hissing. The air gas started hissing out the can. And like even though we were outside, it was like, man, we had to get out of there.
What did it
horrible.
smell like?
Just the worst smell. The worst beyond the worst toilet.
But what did it taste like?
Like it was poisonous. Like it was like the smell of it smelled poisonous, and we didn't ever eat any of it.
Some Icelandic guy walking up, delicious.
I think they're pretending. It's like the stuff.
No, they love it, man. Some of them,
pretending,
like,
man.
just to, give themselves a personality.
Yeah,
It's one of them things.
Nah, I went
You
to
don't really
Iceland.
like it, but you want to be different.
Nah,
so
they
you
like
say
it.
yeah.
They like it. I went to Iceland.
Like
They don't
Guinness.
like it.
They
They
don't
do.
like it.
I've seen them. They're like, you have my delicious piss-soaked
No,
fish.
it's just so they got something to talk about,
They-
man.
they-
yeah. That guy's
That's
eating
one of them
Philadelphia and crackers behind your back.
Well, I
he's
saw
giving
him
you
eating
that to like.
piss-soaked fish. He was
It's
like,
like, let's give the crazy tourist this piss fish.
piss-soaked fish.
That's just for their Instagram, man.
Hey, how can we make this disgusting fish even? I know. Let's soak it in piss. That would.
Yeah, I ate crocodile. That was delicious.
What does that taste like?
It's quite juicy, and you can taste it's got a bit of the sea in it, but it's like it's juicy and fun, like the same texture as like almost
Crocodiles
lobster
in
or
the
something.
sea.
Yeah,
Sea crocs.
estuary or sea or whatever.
Okay.
This is in Australia.
ostrich. I have ostrich every now and again.
Nice.
I had an ostrich burger.
Yeah,
Was
from
it good?
Tesco's. They're good.
Is it? What does it taste like?
It's like a red meat. It's kind of like they're already cooked, so you just have to they're seared already, so you just have to basically warm them up. But they're really nice,
They're lean.
very lean, very lean.
Be good
Very
for, that
tasty.
would eating ostrich would be good for getting the body of your dreams, Nico.
Or
You want-
fembutanol. What was it?
Clenbuterol.
Clenbuterol.
If you want to get
Ri-
ripped, Nico, you got to eat like a dog. And what that means is you just got to eat the good food consistently over and over and over, and then you get in shape. That's all you need to do.
But it's no fun.
It's no fun.
The one time I got ripped was through emotional pain. Emotional pain, because then you can't eat properly, and then like you're not eating all the calories, and then you get a 6-pack.
That's when his girlfriend dumped him.
She didn't dump me.
What happened then?
The way you answered that, there's still pain in this, so I think maybe we should not delve into that because you've got to get off in a minute as well.
Oh yeah, I've got to go soon.
Then Leo reached out for me for emotional support, and that was,
Oh my God, how desperate were you, Leo?
that
Jesus
was a big
Christ.
mistake.
I was like, who's my most autistic friend? Who's like, completely incapable of understanding emotion. I was like, I'll reach out to Darius.
You just wanted more pain. How can I make this worse? Let me tell Darius about this.
He was trying to get ready for a Wolverine role. That's why.
But it totally worked. Like emotional pain, like it helps you because you're just like trying to force down a can of tuna every night, and then you get ripped.
I think that's emotional pain if you're just eating tuna every night. Like,
Yeah,
eat some ostrich, bruv. It's beautiful.
maybe I'll try it.
Try it. Enjoy it, and become fat like me.
What else we got?
We've done 1 hour 8. Are
We've
we
done
gonna-
1
Oh
hour.
yeah, we've
eight.
probably got enough because this is
This
quite
is-
a
It's been a very easy one.
quite a good
I
one.
think we've covered enough topics.
We
for
had
us.
one little bit that I think we're gonna have to save for another pod.
The fittest president's wives.
We're gonna do the president's beauty pageant.
We wouldn't listen. They're just saying this is a joke. We would never objectify women.
Hey, we're gonna also do the president beauty pageant as well. So we're gonna
Ahmadinejad. It's the fittest president.
dictator. Who's the sexiest dictator? Mr. Dictator 2021.
My ex-girlfriend's mother used to say, "Oh, Saddam Hussein." I saw him in his in his regalia on a black stallion. He was hot. Anyway, he looked. I could see what she meant about it. He looked like a gangster on a big black stallion.
Wait, what?
There's
what's a
one
gangster?
there's an Instagram page or something dedicated to Stalin. Apparently, women find Stalin very hot.
Stunning Stalin.
Oh yeah, when he was young, there's a picture. of him.
There's something about ruthless power.
All right, we're meant to be
It's
objectifying
like,
women, not men.
No, we can do everyone. We'll
It's like how them serial killers get all that love letters from
Yeah.
in
Oh,
prison,
they like the Night Stalker, didn't they?
and
They
the
like
Bundy.
all of them.
They love
Ted
Bundy, man.
Yeah.
Me and Darius have actually got a system for objectifying women, like a points-based system for. So we'll talk about that in the next one.
Oh, how? Yeah, okay, we'll do it in the next one. All right,
Save it for
Let's
the
save up.
the fifth. We'll cancel by episode 5.
and it's a good system. We stand by
It
that
works.
system, and it works every single time. Look, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining in. This has been episode 4 of the Free Speech Podcast. If you haven't, please like and subscribe. It really, really helps. That's all we ask. Just like and subscribe. I've been Darius Davies.
I've been Leo Kearse.
Mr. Electricity himself, Nico Yearwood.
And of course, many thanks to Mooch. Thank you. Like and subscribe. I've been Darius. Good night.
Good night.
Well, bye.